Teravarna and in Korbach, Germany. And we have artist Stephanie Bain in her really, really awesome, grandeur, magnificent studio come workplace and atelier. So there is we are going to give a separate tour of that later on. But here we have her for the interview, and we're really grateful. So I'm going to ask her a few questions and see how she manages to do what she does, all these paintings in apparently 1 year. So we'll find that out. So hi, Stephanie, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
So can you tell me a little bit about yourself first?
Well, I'm contemporary German artist. I started, I think, my painting career 30 years ago. I studied art and painting, photography, and German literature, and on the Academy of Fine Arts in Mainz, which is near Frankfurt. And then I was working for the Ministry of Culture and in Bavaria for a long time for students and adult teachers to grow their competence in architecture and to implement architecture in the schools, not in the elementary school, in the boarding schools, in the big boarding schools. And then, I met my husband, which was a grand turnaround. And then I stopped painting because I was running around with him around the world for we're still continuously running around the world and traveling. But then it was so full of new pictures and adventures. And so I stopped painting for about 10 years. And then there was a life-changing moment when my beloved mom died on cancer very quick in 3 months. And after that, there was a chance to have a depression or to go further in any activities. So I started to paint again. And since then, it was in the end of 2017, I never stopped.
Wow. So that's pretty big story and really a colorful story, as colorful as your paintings.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what can you tell me about your process, the process of painting?
When I started after my studying, it was expressionist Jackson Pollock. It was abstract. And after my start again, because of the head full of the beautiful world, full of travels, it was like pouring out everything. It was not abstract, it was real, because it was places, it was people, it was smells, it was different languages. So I completely turned my style. It was not abstract anymore. It was figurative, abstract, expressive, and it was all about interior. So I like building homes and houses, but now I'm painting interiors, and I decorate them. I fill them with life. I fill them with incredible things, which obviously do not belong together, but I make them feeling together. So I think it's interior, and it's like a very complex interior with some perspective, which is sometimes kind of absurd. But I make it that you don't feel it's absurd. You feel it. Oh, it's okay, but you're astonished, and you have to check out how it works.
Okay. So all these paintings that you make, is there a favorite medium that you have?
Yes, it's acrylics media on canvas, and it's painting, and I love to include kind of collage in the paintings. So old letters or old photographies, things from newspapers, things from my travels. So even in the last time, I mixed really trash in it, like trash cans or Coca-Cola or Fanta cans, So it's kind of surprising myself what's going on.
So, is there any other medium that you use, or just acrylic all the time?
It's acrylic.
Have you used
lacquer? It's part.
Sorry, have you used any other medium in the past, or
No, I'm
all this? Okay.
No. It's spray sometimes,
Right.
Okay. But this is my medium because I have not the time to wait if oil is drying. So I love the dry color. I love it.
Right, but then you can work on several projects at the same time.
Yes,
so, right?
yes.
You work on multiple.
Yes, and even if I'm on travels, I have to pack it in the suitcase back again, so it should be dry.
It should be dry, yeah. Right, yeah. And how did you discover your the particular style that you're working in? It's very recognizable. And how did you discover it? You started abstract, you said.
Yes, but if you see my first abstract works, perhaps you can show later. It was like to focus on my abstract things are now very, very small. In the beginning, my abstract works were like closing things, like eggs, like a primordial soup, like Big Bang when the world was big. But all the structures were very big on very big, huge screens. And now all the structures are very much close together. So in the long run, the theme is the same, but now it's smaller and I built environments and interiors around. So in real, it's all the time the same theme, but now it's more concrete.
Okay. And I see you were using, and you mentioned like trash, and is there a reason for that? I mean, do we have how do you have any justification, or do you just use it because you like it or it's fun?
Of course, I like to laugh when I do my creations, because in every picture is a smile or a huge joke or something like this. But having these trash cans in is I was not so concentrated, and I was locked over with the interiors, which is very much construction and very much perspective and very much overthinking, and you have really to focus on. And I need 3 or 4 weeks if something like this is ready. So you really have to focus. And there was a time in spring when I was not so much focused, and I wanted to turn around and to make a lot of new materials and mix it together. And every time I was walking with a dog, I found things like this. So if you want to paint something like this here, it's impossible because Germany is very clean. You won't find trash. But in the Mediterranean, the Spanish people, they throw it away. And if it was not perfect, and took the SUV and I rolled over so that it was flat and nice, and then I used it. If you see, I removed all the original colors. So I like the idea of everything in gray and beige, and to make it perfect, that it fits together. So this was a kind of experiment, but it's nothing more than these small pieces inside, but in bigger. Right. So it's like a close-up.
Right, yeah. And so these have been spray painted, or is it acrylic on top? For this one,
it's sprayed. It's acrylic on top. It's all mixed together, and it's paper, and it's everything. Yeah. It's so things from the garden, things from other trash. So this is kind of an experiment phase, but this is together with that, and then I focused on that again to put all the materials and the what was my thinking in my mind. I put it really here in a normal interior to go back to my structure form.
Okay. Do you have a name for your art style?
Interiors, the one thing, and the other one is expressive abstract or expressive figurative.
Okay, because there are a lot of figures, especially animals and like fish and animals and a lot of other things. I'm noticing on this one, like a specific question on that. So you see those houses like on that right hand side, you see. So it seems like it's inside out. I mean, is there like from a, like a kind of like a dream situation where it's surreal?
No, it's of course it's surreal. It's like clear, it's like Kiriko, the Kiriko, and it's like a homage because. But this is kind of a mirror. So this is a painting. This is kind of a mirror in a different world, and this is kind of a stop like architecture.
Right.
So, but it's the same. This is the background, left and forth. Then this is like a carpet. It's the same as here, but it's not closed. Here is back on the side. It's the same, but open-minded, and here it's landscape in the back.
And it's coming from the outside.
Yes,
That's more
yes,
like from looking from the inside.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of different kinds, like different kinds, like kind of similar motive, but different kinds of art that I have. And you have so much prolific art. You probably need a lot of things to, keep it going, right? I mean, you have to be really creative all the time. So what inspires you?
Well, it's perfect easy. I have a very nice and life with my husband, and we're traveling mostly of the time. So we're perhaps 4 times here and 4 weeks here, and then we are on the travel again, or we jump into Rome or jump into Paris. So I don't need any outside trigger because it just I have so much influence from a real world that it just drops out. So there's I sit down, and as other people make yoga, so my painting is my yoga. I breathe and I come to myself and I settle down with my soul, and then the things pour out, and then I'm free again. For the next travel, for the next thing, for the next influence, for the next colors, smells, traffic, people, anything like this.
You said you started making art as a young artist, right? And then you kind of quit for a while. So when was the first time you started making art? Was it in school or?
Chance to grow up in a family which was where art was like kind of growing up. So my mom, she was passionate as pottery, and my dad, he was I think if he had the chance and he had not to earn money for his young family, I think he would be a great artist as well. He was kind of an expressionist, really good one, really focused, really focused on structures and very concentrated. But he didn't. He couldn't afford to live it like I'm now used to that. So I grew up with art in my life. That I have to say. And I remember when I was 14, my mom did ikebana, which was kind of putting flowers together, but in a very Japanese and very Asian way and stylish and with runes. So and then I think I started with 14 and 15 to make aquarelle painting and things like that. And so the more and more I focused on other materials like acrylic, like oil, and then I decided after school to study arts. So that was a way, that was a decision.
Right, yeah, okay. What about I'm pretty sure in this the career that you had, there were, I'm pretty sure the rest of us, you had a lot of challenges, right? So what were the big challenges that you've had where you had to overcome?
I think the biggest challenge was to get the people to come into my studio, to look what I'm doing, to get them to know that it's not a hobby or something like yoga for me, but that is serious. That I really take it for serious, and that it's not like playing with children or playing with colors. So but that I take it really for serious, and that there's a serious background and a serious education that I have with the Academy of Arts. So if this is a rural area, so to make the people believe that it's not only for a young lady something to like playing in the garden or making the flowers or brewing up roses, that it's a serious business. I think this was a challenge over the last 5 years. Not internationally. Internationally, it's going much easier. Yes.
Yes.
But
Locally,
here,
yeah.
locally, I think this was a big challenge, and I was really working hard on that.
Right. Okay. Just to make the people believe that what you're doing was serious, and like, especially locally,
Yes.
people
Yes.
outside would
Yes.
see it.
Yes.
But over
Yes,
here,
and
it's
I really wanted to show it, and I really wanted to let them participate, because I'm an open-minded. I'm open-minded. I like to open my atelier, my studio, to come to let the people in, to tell them what I was thinking about. I made some workshops with young ladies. I'm hard trying to get a lot of young ladies in here to have, and they are pretty nice, and they want to identify and to have. And we're rural. There's 1 hour and 1 hour before the next autobahn is. So the young ladies, especially the ladies, need some kind of a new identification. What kind of style of women power they could go out for their life to explore what to make in the future for them.
Right. Yeah. Got it. You've been with us, like as Teravarna, I mean, before you joined us.
Yes.
When we were Art Show International.
Of course.
So, how did you hear about us, or how did you join? I mean, how did you?
It was in the same time as I wanted to make the local people come into here to take me serious. And it wasn't the time, in every time of a woman, there are times you don't sleep very much. So it was nights and nights and nights. I ran through the internet, and I was looking for chances to bring up my art out of the local priority to go national or international.
Yeah.
And so, I'm good at the search in the internet, and so I found Teravarna, I found Art Show International, and I think it's that since this time there was not 1 week when I didn't try to bring my art out or to get engaged for an art prize. So I'm really hard working on that, and constantly trying to judge internationally in an international jury my art, to stay in touch,
Right.
and not to be anywhere in the landscape lost with my art, but to be in time within New York or within Los Angeles or in Paris. I want to learn. I want to look. And I want to know and feel what the inspiring people and what's the stream, what's the art stream I'm really interested in.
Right. I mean, it shows in you. I mean, you're very passionate.
Yes.
Extremely passionate. I mean,
Yes.
more than most people. How do you, So how do you feel about Teravarna?
I have a very warm feeling because you and the US, you just signed with your forename, and I know Indira, the manager of Teravarna. I have not a real vision of her. I don't have yet now but I know Indira is Teravarna, and they all the US people, they write very personal and very, very personal to you, and it's you and you. It's not doctor and doctor, and it's you. And whenever Indira is writing, she is honored, or I failed, or she's honored that I won a prize. So this is very personal, and in Europe, it's not that. So the online galleries, which I joined now, but you are not online anymore. You are really sitting here in my studio.
Exactly.
This is extremely nice because you're not out of space. You're really sitting here, Dr. Sacker. So in the end, the online world is coming down to the real. So I think this is the first gallery, the first online gallery, which is of course permanent in Los Angeles, which is now coming to my house, and this is making you special. And Indira, she's a real person. She's the one I am connected with every day. So it's and the European galleries are not at that stage. They're like in the Paris stage, like there's a gallerist and give me your art and I go for it, I travel with it. So this is very old fashioned, but what you're doing now, and you are coming now with the videos, you're personally here, you're going then to the art curators, you're going to them in personal or online. So this is an extremely new way, which is very, very, very advising in the future.
Yeah, because we want to we are right now, we are actually also showing physical galleries like you said in the art show in San Francisco and New York. And we want to, we basically have a gallery, a physical gallery with the motor. Because I think, side by side, because we have tremendous talent, and I really like it when I can show them in the physical world also. But we are trying our best to at least have them in cyberspace and then later on, transition them. So that's.
But now we're done.
Yeah, we're trying to do that. Yeah. So do you have I know we are always willing to hear from our artist or something that we're maybe doing good or especially doing wrong or not doing right or can be better about where we're drawn. So if you have any piece of advice or if you want to see us do something for you, especially even if it's for you, we would definitely consider that. Do you have anything that you think we could do for you more than?
What I found in our former discussion very important, very new for me, because I think the European galleries they said to me, we asked about that, that it's not so part who the artist is who made the picture, then the picture itself is the most impressive for the honest viewer or for the buyer. But you said now that it's always interesting the story behind the picture. And the story behind the picture includes the person who painted it. And I think this is new. In former times, even my gallerist said to me, Stephanie, you're a nice person, but it's not of interest who you are, how you look like. The people are interested in the picture, and they make the picture as theirs because they want to hang it in their living room, and they will have a new relationship to the art. This is as well okay. This is what my husband said to me as well. But I think now the art of buying art is another thing. So if I buy something, even if I buy a new chair, a new designer chair, I want to know who was creating it. So what I find interesting, and I'm interested in, this is the way I'm interesting, and this is why I let you into my house. And I said yes. I'm honest. I'm happy to have you here. Is that the virtual story we met in the internet,
right?
Of course,
yes.
The virtual story is now real, and I think that the kind of virtual and the kind of now going to Los Angeles or to Los Angeles Art Fair, that we will make like a mixture between real and virtual, and that one day really my pictures come to the Los Angeles Art Fair. And I think perhaps it's this year or next year. So that this is what I think what is a good relationship between you and me.
Right, absolutely, yeah. And then we really want that to happen. I mean, it's we are here to support you guys and like the artists and know them by their face and by their name and by their history with the story that they can tell. Because a picture is always great picture is always you still talk about Mona Lisa's smile, right? I mean, it's not just Mona Lisa. I'm pretty sure a lot of other skillful people could do something like that. But there was always that thing, right? And Van Gogh with a bandaged ear. I mean, that's
different art. Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
So why did he bandage his ear? Because it was cut off, right? And that kind of thing. So there's a story behind all of this, and especially for your art. it's so detailed. I mean, there's like so many different stories, intricate. They're side by side. I mean, I'm sure like viewers would really love to hear about all that story. And there's so much like I see a lot of. I mean, a lot of different things going on in your art, and that's what I like. It's not just one thing. Like, which is okay. Some people make that, but for you, it's always very complex, and you have to like look at it, and maybe like months later you discover something. Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Yes,
Or
yes.
sticking out.
But I think this is nice because you will. I think in the next 10 years you will never get used to it because there's everything new you will discover in the picture.
Right. Like, I know the pictures I see, like, okay, there's something there, like I didn't see that before.
And this is an easy one. This is an easy one. Yeah, they're much more complex.
Yeah, I've seen some of your creations. So, do you have anything more to say or more to add, or?
So I'm so happy that you are here.
Yeah.
You waited the whole day.
I'm so sorry. It was like
it's fine because
construction.
I felt kind of exhausted, but now you're here and everything is on and now I'm fresh up again. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
It's an extremely long way. You made a long trip, but I think this is a kind of new relationship, and I'm very happy, and it's a pleasure to see what's going on in the future with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually want to know people by their, not only by their work, but by the story that they can tell. That's very important, and it's a new way of looking at things. I think it's very important for people to see you,
Yes.
see your face and hear from you. Yeah. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for having me.
Thank you,
Stephanie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.